Hello. Hi. I just wanted to talk to you today about sleep paralysis. This is something that came up today in a chat that I was having on Facebook, and there was a lot of misunderstood information and falsities being shared about it, and fears and people freaking out about the whole thing. And I felt inspired and compelled to put together a video because I want to help eliminate those fears and help people understand what sleep paralysis really is. Sorry, I look pretty bad right now. My eyes are watering because I tried a new mascara and apparently my eyes don't like it, so, and I should be asleep. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, so, but anyway, on with it. So, sleep paralysis is a very normal thing, and it happens to at least 30% of people. It is, I guess they say scientifically, it's, related to other sleep disorders like narcolepsy and things like that, but I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm not worried about that much of that scientific end of it. I just want to explain the basics. So, our body has this really cool device, and what it does is it shuts down our physical body when we sleep, because if we didn't do this, we would be acting out all of our dreams, kind of like your dog at home or whatever, when he's running in his dreams and trying to grab something and doing all that. We would be doing crazy things like that all the time. So our body has to shut down while we sleep. So the difficulty in the whole thing is that we generally aren't meant to wake up during that process. So that usually happens during our active dreaming point. So when we're having a lot of rapid eye movement, we're more likely to have sleep paralysis. But we're generally supposed to stay asleep during that time. There are some of us who sleep lighter or have more anxiety or things like that have that possibility of waking up or being awake during that point of sleep paralysis. So when we wake up and we realize that we are unable to move our bodies or breathe in the ways that we are used to breathing and controlling those things, then we freak out, because that's a natural reaction to that type of thing. All of a sudden we wake up and we can't move our bodies at all, we can't control or regulate our breathing in the ways that we're used to trying to do that, so we get into a panic state. And because we are still partially asleep, when we start to freak out and get into that panic state, then our mind starts to overreact to that and create fear-based visions that tend to freak us out. So because we feel like we can't breathe in the ways that we want to breathe, we feel like our chest is heavy, and that heaviness makes us feel like something is sitting on our chest. So sometimes we will imagine like entities or scary beings or I don't know. In every culture they have stories about this, whether it's like a succubus or this or that or whatever it is, there's a story about it coming to you in your dream state and freaking you out, and you're paralyzed and you can't do anything about it. But that is actually happening within your mind experience. Now, that's not to negate it, just like your dreams have a validity to them. So you are experiencing that thing, it's just not as real as you think it is. in that moment. So it's not actually like a demon coming and sitting on your chest and doing bad things to you. You are dreaming that experience. You are having that experience within your dream state. So you can turn this into a lucid dream where you can then begin to control the situation, or you can also turn this into an astral projection. But the only way that you can do that is by releasing your fears. So you have to be willing to acknowledge that this isn't really going to harm you and that you're totally safe. And if you face that fear and relax into it, and relax into the sleep paralysis so that it deepens, then you can either go back into the dream state, or like I said, you can have a lucid dreaming experience because you're already conscious while you are dreaming in that respect. So you can create a lucid dreaming experience, or the best is as you relax into that and hold your lucidity, you can then begin feeling the vibrational state, and at that point you can work on astrally projecting. So you just relax further into that vibration, and eventually you can begin to roll out of your body, or whatever technique you use for astral projection. So yeah, it is not anything to be worried about. Like I said, 30% at least of the population experiences sleep paralysis. It is totally normal. Yes, it is frightening because you can't move. So you feel helpless. But you're okay. You are okay. And so if you just remember that in that moment, and then switch it to this understanding that instead of being frightened, use this as a tool to do some really cool shit. Like go out of your body or, you know, lucid dream and control your dreams and do something cool within that dream state. So do those things instead of totally freaking out. So I hope that answers your questions. I hope this was a clear video. Like I said, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, so I should be sleeping and dreaming and doing all this stuff. But I was up reading these things and they got me really upset about all the fears that were going around and all the untruths that were being shared. And I just wanted people to understand that this is totally normal and that you don't need to be afraid of it at all, that you are perfectly safe. And to instead relax into the experience and turn it into something awesome instead. Okay, well, I hope that helped. And if you have any questions, put them below. And yeah, I hope you have a good night's sleep.